we were
Mhm.
in one of our sourcing sessions, because we
Uh-huh.
would you manage sourcing sessions, and the Supreme Court ruling just went down about colleges and
Yes.
all of that with racial profiling and all of that with universities.
Mhm.
And we were on a call, and a gentleman said, "Why are we doing this? We don't have to do this anymore. We don't have to source for underrepresented candidates." And we would try to tell them, of course,
Yes.
we're sourcing for the best candidate, but we want to make sure that there is some inclusion. So let's take this time to really make sure that we're include. And when he said that, I found myself
Like a
or was
change.
it I felt myself like,
Yes.
I felt my wanting to defend the work that was so needed. When was that moment when you really felt like something's changing? Do you remember that moment for you?
I agree with you with the Supreme Court ruling,
Yeah.
that call. And then there was also what year was it 24? I think maybe 2024 when we were just on the back burner.
Mhm.
We were playing the waiting game. I don't
Oh,
know if you
yeah.
remember.
Yeah. The mental piece, that mental weight that we began to feel.
Every single day, even on the days, y'all. I mean, I still suffer with depression because it's a chemical imbalance and whatnot. But guess what? Even on those days, I go in there. I tell them, hey, y'all, it's a little rough day. And they will lift my spirits and then I lift their spirits. And by the time we're out of there, all of us are laughing, kikiing, and just having a good time. But then I also get to create beautiful things. I create blankets, purses, accessories, all of these things. And it just brings me so much
Yeah,
joy. So much
you
joy.
created such an amazing community that you know what, y'all? She created such an amazing community. I'm looking right at the camera because TikTok called her out. I mean, do you know
Yes.
out of all the people who are on TikTok, we're talking about TikTok. We're talking about around the world TikTok. We're talking about global. We're talking about big stuff. We're on political TikTok. Called Jeanine out and said, "Hey, you're amazing in what you do, what your community that you're building. Talk to us." So tell us about that, Jeanine.
Well, I was the very first crocheter ever invited to their headquarters. Such an
Such
honor.
an honor.
I meet with them later today as well. We're talking about once again, how to continue to build community, how to grow not just followers, but the community and the engagement as well. It was good to hear like their thought process behind their platform. So some of those things is just like, oh, I never thought of that. And they're like, oh, yeah. And I got invited to go back to LA as well to be there. So once my body's healed up, I'm going back there. It's just been a great experience to hear directly from them what they like, what do they see in me, and sometimes I'm still like in awe of it. I'm like, I'm just a crocheter, and they're like, no. You're not just a crocheter.
Mm,
I'm like, okay, I guess you're right.
yeah.
They're like, no, seriously, you're not just a
You're not
crocheter. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're creating community. You are building. You are a builder. You are so
Yes.
much more than just a crocheter. I mean, I can't crochet. I don't have the patience and I cannot count. So it's just like I can't do it, but you did it and you create such beautiful products and then you turn around and you teach other people how to do that. And then you
Yes.
inspire other people to do that just in their daily lives. And I just think that is amazing as you were saying all of these beautiful things, I remember one day at work, we were having a conversation and we were looking at a circle, one of those graphs.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember this day because I do. And we were looking at all the different features of a neurodivergent person, and one was creativity. And Janine was just like, "Well, that doesn't apply to me because I'm not creative." And I said, I had to take off my glasses. I said, "Girl, you better. The devil is a liar. You
I remember
you
that.
are nothing but creative. You are creative with the programs that you build. You are creative in the way you think. You are such a creative spirit. And now to just be sitting in the middle,
I love it. I absolutely love
I
it. To be
love
able
it.
to work for myself. And I didn't realize how creative I was until probably the last few months. It was, or the last year, close to a year, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. And it was like, okay, I really am creative. but I never saw myself as that. Like, even growing up, we were focused on being quite analytical.
Yes.
Creativity was not really.
It was all the data, the numbers.
Yes, it was data, 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 math, math, math. The creativity was one of those things we really didn't do too often, but now I appreciate even those times that we did it because I see the impact that it has had on me even to this day.
Yeah.
And I think I actually kind of put some of those memories behind, like, until not long ago. It was like, oh, we did do some creative
We
things.
did it.
And I didn't
Yeah,
realize
I
it.
saw it. I saw it in you. Well, I saw it in you all the time. I knew it. I knew it. You're wonderful all the time. So, what's next for you? Tell us a little bit about what's upcoming. How tell everyone how they can follow you, and just to keep your community growing. If I can help, just tell everyone.
Yes. Well, you can find me on TikTok. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at loops underscore. What's next? We are going to be building the community and our platform even more so. I'm talking with my manager later today about it because I threw some ideas to her. I'm like, based off of a conversation, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? How should we tweak some things? So there may be some tweaking happening. We're still going to be community to the core, but doing things in order to reach more because it's great that we are reaching. I think we're close to 7,000 people on TikTok, and I think that's great. But if we can reach even more and make even more so an impact, I would. That's what I really, really want. I'm also looking for grants and things like that so that I can build it out so that it's in the community,
Yeah.
in the DFW,
Yeah.
because I think that if more people had access to those creative spaces, then it could just help, at least with mental health and other
Yeah.
things as well. So, those are some things that I'm working on building
Yeah.
out later this year or in the coming
Yeah.
months. I think that's really
Is
it,
that it?
though.
One more question, because
Yes.
so you like ashes to glory. We talked about that. With
Yes.
so many women, black women, and men, and everyone
Yes.
basically. But we're black women, so we like to talk about
Yes.
that. Laid off, kind of
Yes.
in that same quiet, silenced space. Do you
Yes.
have any advice for them? Is there anything that you can say to them today that may lift a spirit or just give them some hope or direction? Do you have any?
Yes. If you were in that space, as we have been in that space, the one thing I'm going to tell you is this: keep an attitude of gratitude. That's
Mm,
number one. Because even on those dark days, if you could just find three things to be grateful for,
mm,
that in itself will change your mindset.
um,
Look for the good.
cool.
If you're searching for a job, keep going. Be selective though. You know what you want. Don't let anyone devalue you because you are worth it. You are worthy of it.
Mm,
And then if you're not looking for a job, maybe you're like me and you said, you know what? I want to step out on faith. Surround yourself with people like Britt. Surround yourself with people like my husband
yeah,
who are going to believe in you, who are going to speak words of encouragement and life over you. I've done it for others, but for people to have done it to me during this season, it means so, so much to me. And I'm like, wow. And they're like, well, you've done that for me, but surround yourself. Don't let the negative people, because guess what? There's gonna be someone, oh, you're quitting your 9 to 5
yeah,
for that, or oh, you're not looking for a job. You're doing content creation in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s. Do it. Do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? If it doesn't work out, you can always go back to corporate. It's gonna be there. But do it. Bet on yourself. I mean, Britt and I both did that when we were working at our jobs. We left full-time jobs to work as contractors at our old job.
yes,
And we bet if we bet on ourselves then and it worked out and I bet on myself now, guess what? You can bet on yourself.
yeah,
Put in that work
yeah,
because it's not easy. I know you see the finish highlight reel. It's not easy. It's a lot of hard work. But if you're willing to put in the work, you have the consistency, let your motivation your dedication kick in when your motivation kicks out,
yeah.
then you got this.
Got it. You got it. Thank you so much, Janine. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always think that when I see on LinkedIn looking for a job, I just want to see creating, because I think more
Yes.
people have it in them than they know. And thank you so much for being inspiration. Thank you for being in my
Thank
life.
you.
Thank you for being my
Thank you.
friend. Thank you for always taking my
Oh my
call
God.
and I take your call and we just yay! Her TikTok gadgets. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, y'all, for joining So Confused with Britt Miller. I'm singing this morning. And thank
I
you
love
so
it.
much, Janine. I love you and appreciate you. Be kind to one
I
another out
love
there,
you too,
everyone.
friend.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
So confused.